All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a meeting feeling totally unprepared just because you didn't have time to do the research? Or maybe you've missed out on a huge deal because you just couldn't analyze it fast enough? Well, what if you had a top-tier analyst on call 24/7 right in your pocket through a simple text?
See, this gets at a really big problem that pretty much every executive, product manager, and investor deals with every single day. It's what we call the executive information gap. It's that feeling in your gut that you're making these massive calls with just a fraction of the data you really wish you had. And this gap, it leads to some seriously frustrating pain points. You know the feeling. You get blindsided in a meeting when someone brings up a competitor's new move and you're drawing a blank. Or your deal flow is just completely overwhelming. You've got 10 opportunities but zero bandwidth to actually vet them. You ask for a brief on something, and it takes 2 days when you needed it in 2 hours. And all of that just creates this constant FOMO, this fear that you're missing the critical signals that could change everything.
When you boil it all down, the problem is actually pretty simple. You end up making decisions with incomplete info because getting the full picture just takes way too long. It's a constant and very costly trade-off between speed and insight.
But what if you could just eliminate that trade-off? This is where things get really interesting. Let's shift from the problem to the solution. Here's how executives who use AI analysts are starting to work. It's just a fundamentally smarter and faster way to operate.
I mean, just look at the night and day difference here. The old way, you task someone to prep for a meeting, you wait 2 days, and you get a brief that's probably already out of date. The new way, half an hour before your call, you text, "Give me a one-pager on Acme Corp," and 2 minutes later, a fresh, up-to-the-minute brief lands on your WhatsApp. It's a total game changer.
And it's the exact same story with your deal flow. Before, 10 inbound deals meant your team was totally swamped with manual vetting. Now, those same 10 deals get analyzed automatically. You get a clear, simple recommendation texted right to you, which frees you up to focus on the deals that are actually worth your time. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. This AI analyst also gives you continuous intelligence. We're talking a weekly digest with only the important material changes for the companies you're watching. No noise, just signal. And get this, it can even be a live meeting sidekick. It'll read the transcript as the meeting is happening, pull out action items, and even draft the follow-up email for you.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But what does it actually look like day to day? Let's take a peek at the mobile-first workflow in action.
Seriously, it all starts this simply. A plain text message. No fancy dashboards to log into, no new app you have to learn. You have a question like, hey, what's the deal with Stripe's competitors in India? You just ask it.
And in just a couple of minutes, this is what you get back. It's not some giant wall of text you have to squint at. It's a clean, structured table. You see the key players, their market share, and what sets them apart. It's exactly what you need to know, super scannable and ready to go.
And here is that deal screening we talked about. Notice how the AI isn't just spitting out facts, it's giving you analysis. It points out the strong growth and the experienced team, but it also, and this is crucial, flags the red flags, like one client making up 40% of their revenue. Then it gives you a clear next step. Take the call, but dig into that concentration risk.
And this is what that continuous intelligence looks like. Just a single, high-impact alert. A competitor hiring a former VP from Google isn't just a piece of news. It's a signal, a scaling signal. This is the kind of stuff that lets you anticipate what's coming next instead of just reacting to it.
Okay, this all looks pretty powerful, right? So you're probably wondering, is this a huge pain to set up? Let's walk through just how easy it is to get your personal analyst up and running.
So the setup is super straightforward because we do the heavy lifting for you. First, we connect all your sources, your browsing tools, news APIs, even internal stuff like Notion. Then we define the report templates you'll need, like one-pagers or SWOT analyses. After that, we set up your watch lists for the companies and trends you care about. And finally, we switch on the mobile triggers through WhatsApp or Telegram so your analyst is always right there with you.
So what's the bottom line for you? It means you get research that's analyst quality, but you get it in minutes, not days. It means you get a continuous stream of intelligence on only the things that matter to you. And honestly, the best part? It's the confidence you get from knowing you'll never walk into another meeting unprepared.
All right, let's talk about the practical side of things, the investment. We keep the setup and pricing simple and totally transparent.
Here's how it breaks down. There's a one-time setup fee of $2.99. That's to get everything customized perfectly for you. After that, the service is just $89 a month. And if you want that awesome live meeting transcription feature, that's an optional add-on for $50 a month.
So, we've talked about the problem, the vision, how it all works. Now it's time to take that next step.
It's time to stop guessing and start knowing.
The absolute best way to see how powerful this is to see it for yourself. Go ahead and book a quick 15-minute demo. And don't worry, this is not some canned presentation. We will run a live research query on a company that you are actively tracking right now so you can see the value immediately.
And just to make this an even easier decision, we've got a little something special. The first 10 executives who book a demo are going to get a completely free watch list set up for 5 of their most important companies or topics.
Look, at the end of the day, it really comes down to this. That information gap forces you to guess. This tool, it lets you know. So, it's time to stop guessing and start knowing.